Alright, Schlockmeister fans, last week I watched Phantasm 3. This week, Phantasm 4, Oblivion. Let's check it out. Alright, Phantasm 4 starts with a little flashback showing scenes from past Phantasm films. When we last saw Reggie, he was propped up by some balls. He's still with us.
Approaches, but it is not yet. Take great care how you play. The final game now begin.
Reggie. I've been moving southeast for 3 days now. I know he's behind me somewhere.
We then see some more flashbacks to the last day before everything went bad. Obviously some outtakes from Phantasm that I never saw before.
Why don't you just get the hell away from me?
Jody shows up.
That's a fine how you've been, Rich.
If you think I'm gonna help you find your brother Mike, you're wrong. Dead wrong.
Mike is in a hearse and he can't drive it anymore.
The coach will drive itself.
Meanwhile, Reggie gets pulled over by the cops. And he finds that in the trunk. He's able to use the cop's gun against him. Then we see some flashbacks to what appears to be the Civil War. And the tall man. And then modern times again, a suicide attempt by Mike. And then we're back in time again, hanging the tall man. This movie's all over the place.
I won't hurt you.
He wants to be cut down.
You're killing the world!
I'll go away.
He gets Mike down.
I've been waiting for you for a very long time.
Then we get some origin story from the tall man. This is his lab or whatever in the 1880s maybe?
Have we met? I don't believe so. Have you traveled far? Wouldn't you like to sit down?
Anyway, back to Reggie, who rescues a hot girl who crashed her car.
Like that in the movies.
No, that was a lie. But I remember the funeral. Mom and Dad. It seems so real.
And, I think he wants nothing better than to populate our world with the undead.
No way.
Why?
That hot chick Jennifer that he picked up has a couple of issues.
You want to get it on, Reggie?
No.
Turn evil. If only I could return there and somehow change things. We know that he can't be killed. But could he be stopped from ever existing?
I believe we're looking at downtown Wilshire Boulevard in Los Angeles. Devoid of everybody but the tall man and Michael.
Mike! Hey, Mike, I found you guys. Hey, Jody.
Reg. Don't trust him, Reg. I need to go back to the beginning. Back where it all started.
So the tall man, as Jebediah Morningside in the past, created whatever this thing is and went through it.
We're not the same dimension. Jebediah Morningside never does come back.
Just a bit. Well, maybe just a little bit.
And he admits that he died in that car crash years ago.
I died in the car.
But no matter how hard you try to get rid of the tall man, there's always another one.
Coming right back for you.
But Mike's dying. And then back in time again. Alright, let's talk about Phantasm 4. Boy, you know, I do like the Phantasm series, and I like the characters, and I like the overall story, but they're starting to get really confusing at this point. This one went all over the place. We had a lot of leftover footage from the very first Phantasm film, which was absolutely fascinating to see, by the way. Stuff that wasn't used, and that was kind of cool. It's basically continuing the story of Reggie and Mike, and sometimes Jody, battling the tall man. We have a lot of flashbacks in time. Like I said, we have a lot of things that kind of run together. Like we see this hanging tree where Mike tries to kill himself, but then they flash back to the same tree from the first film, which was, you know, extra footage we hadn't seen before, of them stringing up the tall man and trying to kill him. It's just, I honestly don't know what's going on with this plot. You know, we have Balls again. We have Jody, who apparently has been turned into a creature. You can't trust him because he has ill intentions. At one time, Mike is being put on a slab and they're drilling into him, and it's just all over the place. Now, what is kind of cool also in this movie is that we see some backstory. Apparently, the tall man's real name is Jebediah Morningside, and he, in the 1800s, was, I guess, ran a mortuary funeral home or whatever, and he was trying to, I don't know what he was trying to do, but he invented whatever those, you know, giant tuning fork things are, and he went through it. And when he came back, he was carrying a ball, and he was the tall man. He was a friendly gentleman type when he was Jebediah, but once he went through and came back, he was the tall man for the rest of his life, or the rest of everything. So anyway, that's it. Yeah, I don't really know what else more I can tell you about the Phantasm series. It came out in 1998, and it was the last film for a very long time. I think it was, 2015, 2016 when Ravager finally came out, which was rumored for kind of for years and forgotten about, but finally did come out. So there was a long gap in between the two. Again, this was a lot of leftover footage from the very first Phantasm movie. It was to pad the running time a little bit, so they didn't have to film a whole heck of a lot. No nudity in this movie, although there was close with that chick that Reggie picked up. We did see some fake boobs of hers, which actually turned into balls, which was kind of an interesting scene. But yeah, again, I can't really say anything bad about this series or this movie because I did enjoy it. It's just like seeing old friends again. And I guess we'll see the last Phantasm Ravager next week. I'll probably review that one as well. So, but anyway, Phantasm 4. So this is the DVD. It is available on a couple of Blu-rays as well. I'll leave a link down below if you're looking for that. I do have a PAL Blu-ray of it with the set that comes with the silver ball, which is really kind of cool. But yeah, that's it. So anyway, check it out. Let me know what you think about it. What do you think of the entire series? Leave some comments. Phantasm 4, Oblivion. Watch it. Bye. Bye.